What's good, guys? Today we're going to talk about the three main rail systems that are used on AR-15, M16, M4 platforms. First, we have the R.I.S. This here is a Daniel Defense light rail. The contract was submitted in the early 2000s, so Marines and soldiers could interface accessories into the front of their rifles. Before that, they were rocking M16A2s and M4s with no way to attach rails. There was SOF guys, taking Dremel tools and screws and duct tape and, just rigging it up the best they could. So they came up with this, and this became part of the M16A4. Not this particular rail. Again, this is a Daniel Defense, but it's a quad rail. And these work. They're fine, but they have some limitations. They're very fat. They're very wide. You can't even get half my hand around them, and I have pretty beefy hands. They're also sharp and uncomfortable to hold, which is why I have these covers placed on there, so you can actually grip this thing without cutting your hands up. Then along came Keymod. Now, Keymod was an improvement because it was lighter. It was thinner, as you can see. I can get my whole middle finger and thumb around there real easy. So it gives you a better purchase on the weapon, and it was a lot more modular. You could attach, sling mounts like you see here, flashlights, Haley strategic mount there. You could put foregrips on here, lasers, lights, whatever you want. Just like you could with the R.I.S, but the R.I.S was a lot bigger and fatter and heavier and uncomfortable. So the Keymod was a vast improvement. But it required tools. It required a lot of proprietary tools and a proprietary mounting system. So you needed not just tools, but special tools, which was kind of a pain in the ass. Enter MLOK. Now, as it stands right now, MLOK is the bee's knees. That's where it's at. There's no question. MLOK is the king of the field. A lot of these rails will have QD mounts for interfacing a sling directly into them, as you see here at the 3, 6, and 9 lock positions. They're lighter, and now there's accessories that require no tools, as I showed you in my previous video. You can just pop tools right in there. Or not tools, you can pop accessories right in there just with no tools. So I think this is a vast improvement over what we've had. Not to say that Keymod and rails still don't have a place. They work fine. Honestly, the only reason I haven't sold this R.I.S upper with the Daniel Defense light rail is because it's sentimental to me. I built this in high school when I was 16 years old. It was my first semi-automatic rifle, and it just kind of holds a special place in my heart. And I'll probably never sell it, even though it's outdated technology. It's just like your cell phones or your, computers or whatever else you got going on. It's just, I can't help but love this rifle. They become outdated in a matter of weeks, but hey, still gotta love it. So, in conclusion, MLOK is where it's at. That's just, if you're building a new rifle, if you're a first-time AR-15 buyer, go with MLOK. That's all there is to it. Keymod's fine, it works, but MLOK's better. And rails, they work, but they're outdated. And very soon, I'm sure something that'll come along that'll blow MLOK out of the water, and I'll have to buy a new system just to stay current. But there's the three main systems and just a tiny little bit of history about them, and what I prefer is MLOK. So there you go.